Devin Brown with an off-the-charts 4-home run game last time out. 4 taters. What could this guy possibly do for an encore? The Atlanta Braves taking on the Athletics. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Now it's going to be Devin Brown.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. More than 3 hits per game over this last stretch.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
He's looking for a strikeout or a ball on the ground for a double play to sort of calm this situation down.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Way back there. See you later. That one felt good. It's 6-0. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Kelnick coming home. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline. It's 7-1. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So the lineup flips over, and the batter now, Ozzie Albies. Man at second. He's trying for third on the ground, right side. And he handles it himself for the out. Now batting Jurickson Profar. And the runner's coming home. That to right. Matos in position. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Runner at third, 2 gone. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. At the belt and fires. And now the runner breaks for the plate. That's ball 4. This is Willie Castro. Swing and a base hit.
Now batting.
Top 6. And now the center fielder, Devin Brown. Sears back to work. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The batter number 1, second baseman.
So the batting order turns over. Now in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies. Runner on the go. Swing and a ground ball. There's one, but no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
Well, all you can say is he just whiffed on that ground ball and probably took his eye off it a little early, looking to pick up his throwing target, but that's not something you'll see professional infielders do too often.
And that one handled. 1 at second. On to Hoskins. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So first and second with 2 outs. Rhys Hoskins to the plate.
Ground ball, and this should do it. On to first. Ball game. And the Braves have won 4 in a row. Brown really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. Had 3 hits. Devin Brown, ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. The Atlanta Braves going up against the Athletics. First pitch coming your way next. Bottom of the inning, now the third baseman, Max Schumann. And a base hit up the middle.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Myers back to work. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Brown went deep in his most recent game. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Matos brings it in. And there's one away. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Line drive. Marlowe makes the grab. And there's one down. One out, base is empty.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way bad.
And a base hit. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Runner on the go. In the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Runner goes again. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. No throw, and they can't get the out.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Really important at bat coming up now.
That one the other way. That's a base hit. In to score is the runner from third, and they take the lead in the seventh.
Oh, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
And now, Devin Brown, 1 for 3.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. Now a relay to the plate. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Back to the top of the order now. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. His second homer of this series. It's 13-1. And that's his 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And Boog, if he goes a game or two without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sit down to the minor leagues. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
First and second, 2 down. Zach Geloff up next for the A's. Line drive, base hit. Coming home. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores. And now it's 13-5. So 2 on with 2 away. Next up for the A's, Max Schumann. Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. Arcia on to first. Ball game. And the Braves extend their winning streak to 5 in a row. Brown was a big... Devin Brown getting ready. He's on an absolute... Max Schumann now at the plate. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's the center fielder, Devin Brown. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
And that is out of play. Hard hit left side. The throw to first, and the inning is over. Runner at third, nobody out. Here's Trevor Larnach. Lopez fires. Hit in the air, center field. Brown drops into the glove. Runner tags for home. Here comes the throw. The tag, and he's safe. On the board first, it's 1-zip.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
That one is absolutely belted. And that gets down into the gap. Around first, heading for 2. Into second, and he's got a double. The relay throw.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with the...
Runner takes off for third. In the dirt, blocked. No throw, he steals third easily. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Gets under it and pops it up. Castro makes the grab, 2 away. Here's Profar down. Runners breaking for the plate. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Fires over to Hoskins. 3rd out. Make it 6 shutout innings. 1 down. And now up to the plate, Yasmani Grandal. Here comes a pitch. And a base hit.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
That one down the line, and foul ball. In the air, right field. Squeezes it, and there's 2 away. Here is Austin Riley. The Braves down to their final strike. Out into left center for a line drive base hit.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around second is Riley. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Little chopper rolls foul.
He's quickly adjusted to major league pitching, and it looks like he's only going to get better. There's a reason he's rated so high as a prospect, and so far, he looks like he could be the real deal.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field.
Throws to first in time. And here in the 10th, the leadoff man is out. Devin Brown getting ready to hit.
1 for 4 with a double.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-1. Baldwin on second. Kelnick on at first with 2 down. He swings and fouls one off. That one ripped left field. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and the lead is up to 5. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Now a drag bunt. Third base side. Whips it to first on the run. And very nicely done. So runner at second. 2 down. Zach Geloff, the next to hit. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep. Brown